Yeah, yo, I've noticed that one. I've noticed that one, lady, lately. And to be honest with you, yo, what's up? While retro collectors should check me out and watch my channel, subscribe. Yo, I'm not gonna sugarcoat stuff like the rest of these other collectors offer y'all. I'm actually gonna let y'all know at this moment what is going on that maybe you should really be considering and keeping up to date with at the moment. Most game collectors is gonna tell you about a game you should have bought like right now. They're gonna tell you about it a year, 2 years later when it's like almost too late, if not too late. Buy Pocky Rocky Reshrine right now. Buy Wild Guns Reloaded right now. Buy Ninja Saviors right now. Shadow of the Ninja remake by the same people who made Wild Guns and Pocky Rocky Reshrine are coming out with the remake soon. Buy copies of that right now. Collect Evercade games. Multiple Evercade games got multiple $100 games on one cartridge for 20 bucks. Like, I just gave you a whole cesspool full of things worth in the hundreds just by saying what I said right now. These objects are still around to buy for under like 20 something bucks. And a lot of people sugarcoat. Why sub to my page? Because if you are in my comments and you're actually saying good information, you're definitely gonna be spoken about upon and shouted out upon my page. Other pages I'm noticing are moderating information. I am a person that just lets everybody know exactly like what I just said right at the moment. Yo, y'all should consider looking at these games right here. Blah 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 la la la. These people are breaking down what games they're gonna talk to you about in months' time. And I would say to a person who wants to collect, you do not have months at a time to wait for these people to tell you, "Oh, did any of y'all ever see this game all of a sudden?" You don't want to learn from collectors like that at all. Not at all. You don't want to learn from no retro collectors like that, man. You want to hear about things that's right there in the past month to 2 months right now at time that you can gain opportunity to maybe get on sale and add to your collection that could turn into very valuable games. I'm going to say it a second time. What games people should be considering having in their collection right now? Pocky and Rocky Reshrine, Wild Guns Reloaded, Ninja Saviors, the Cotton reboot and Cotton fantasy print that came out. Shadow of the Ninja remake that's gonna be coming out eventually for Nintendo Switch. You should, if you're trying to retro collect and have expensive games in your collection, you should be obtaining those games right now. They're not expensive games to have in possession, but they're games that people who do not understand what those are, they're gonna undermine those behalves. So I'm gonna just keep saying that over and over. Your average retro collector is not really on YouTube talking about these kind of games that you should be trying to obtain right now. Collect Evercade games. You want to know the value of a game? Look at the games on that compilation of Evercade games, boom, 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 and look up the value of each one after another after another. You're gonna see a couple Evercade games is like 300 and better value cartridges. They're about to come out with another cartridge right now. Definitely $250 to $500 for a cartridge. I'm buying like 10 of them probably after this video. Collect Evercade games. Um, I don't sugarcoat stuff. I studied this for a couple years now. I studied what's the most expensive of games. Um, if I'm using the right word, lineage, or let's say they have a history of each one that comes out, they all become expensive. These are simple games that's out right now that you can have a serious collection just for having those 5 games in your possession. And most of your other retro collectors are just gonna sugarcoat and water it down. They are not telling you up to date what is going on right now. They are buying their stacks and stacks of games or whatever it is, and then they're hoping to resell to you in the future or whatever behalf of nonsense. I'm telling you what you could obtain right now if you're serious about collecting games at this moment of time. Like, it's very simple. Mess with price charting, mess with video game library. That's the most official page on YouTube. Video game library. If there was any YouTube page I would suggest, video game library. They show you the entire catalog. And don't say my name. Yeah, they show you the entire catalog, and you can get yourself a better idea of what is the pieces out of like 1,000 games that was produced for PS1 or the 1,000 and change games produced for any console. Video game library will show you the whole catalog, and then watch those videos. What you're looking for in video games to collect is the most innovative, which is only going to be 20 to 30 pieces. You're looking for innovation out of the commons. And when you can develop to understand that and see that, if you really know you got the good eye, you'll just look, you'll see a random game that looks off the hook. And when you go look it up on the internet, how much it's going for, it's going to be like 3 and change and better. That's how you know you got a good eye for collecting games. That's my best suggestion I would say to y'all from my personal business, my personal not to say business, but how I learned personally. When I went through the GBA catalog, it was some amazing looking games, and for some reason, every time I kept looking it up, it was very expensive. So that is the same way I would look at the modern day of Nintendo Switch and PS4. You have to look through all the games that was made, and it's a lot of them that is very good games to obtain to that will really hold its value. It's a lot of the $36 games. Blessedly, sometimes when GameStop has the 4 for 40, you can get them for $10. So I'm keeping this live stream short, and I hope that information could have helped some people who are looking to collect some possibly good games that'll become rare and expensive. Remothered, look up the Remothered, like a chick did a documentary on the Remothered game, part 1 and 2. Y'all should check that out. That is possibly going to be the most expensive horror game that came out for the PS4 slash Nintendo Switch. The Remothered part 1 and 2, Tormented Fathers and Broken Porcelain or something like that. Those two games are based off of Clock Tower, Haunting Ground, and like it's just like they're like the best of those games put together. The Remothered, I'm claiming now, is going to be the most expensive horror game that came out. Those two games is going to be the most expensive horror game that came out for the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. But the PS4, I was telling y'all, is the superior version on graphics behalf. Check that YouTube out. I don't know the lady's name, but I was watching it yesterday. It was very impressive how she broke down the whole creation of that game. That I would really hope the creator of the Remothered series would put out the original 2 first versions that was in 2D. I will purchase that because the story is fantastic. So once again, I hope some of this information could have helped out. If you're just coming late to the video, go back to the beginning. And maybe in the first 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I already mentioned like 5 games you should go and get yourself right now. They're going to be $500 to $1,000 games in the future. Peace out, y'all. Have a good day. Bye-bye.